This is the most viral video on the internet right now. It shows a Ukrainian refugee, Irina Zastruka, getting onto a bus after working her hourly job at a pizza shop in Charlotte, North Carolina. She sits down on the bus and swipes on her phone, not knowing that her life was about to end because of the monster behind her. His name is DeCarlos Brown Jr., and he stabs her in the throat from behind until she can't breathe anymore and dies. And then he wanders the bus with blood covering himself and those around him, and nobody does anything. And that's been the real problem here. And let me begin by saying DeCarlos Brown Jr. deserves the death penalty, obviously. He's an evil, sick, and demonic individual. But at least he's honest. What do I mean by that? DeCarlos Brown Jr. was arrested 14 different times, sometimes for violence, sometimes for assault, sometimes for battery, oftentimes with a deadly weapon. DeCarlos Brown Jr. screamed from the rooftops who he was, what his nature was. I am a criminal, I am evil, and I will do it again. And this is what he's been saying for the better part of the last 20 years. So why is this monster, why is this animal able to wander around killing? Who lets the lion out of the cage? Who lets the murderer out of the cage? Well, it's these judges. Here's a judge. Teresa Stokes. Meet Teresa Stokes. She let DeCarlos Brown Jr. walk free, no cash bail, after his 14th arrest, even after his own lawyer, his public defender, says that he's suffering from suicidal ideation and schizophrenia. That doesn't seem like the kind of person you want wandering around your neighborhood, does it? Teresa Stokes. What a name and shame. Some of the judges, some of the organizations behind the slaughter of innocent Americans, because we are being held captive as a nation by a few. And what I mean is less than 1% of our population is repeat, habitual, career criminal offenders who are screaming at the judicial system, I must be locked up forever. Maybe that's not exactly what they're saying, but that's what they're saying by their actions. And it's the judges, the woke, restorative justice judges, that continue to see the evil people as the victims. They continue to see DeCarlos Brown Jr. as the one who deserves to be forgiven and coddled by society instead of locked up in a hard labor camp for the rest of his life and the key thrown away and melted down. We have prayers for Irina Zastruka's family. The best way that you can honor the victims of these crimes is to ensure that the systems that created these crimes are torn down. And we're going to start with the activist judges.